Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome, everybody. Sending out nothing but love to you, nothing but peace, and may you always be surrounded by abundance and lots of blessings. So, what we're going to get into is some practical exercises or practical ways, and you can actually just remain present. So, as you know, the main foundation of who you are is your presence. The main root and the main baseline of who you are is how you experience this life, this physical body, these thoughts, these emotions. There's an awareness, there's a presence, there's a consciousness, a baseline that is set and is always there. It's infinite and it's will forever be there. And that is who we are. That's our true nature, to remain there, to observe life from that space, to experience this whole field of emotions and thoughts and experiences and everything from the space of the observing self, the pure pureness that just is. So we're going to do an exercise that's very simple that will drop you in immediately, and it's something you already probably do or something that you've already heard of, and it's as simple as just observing your breath. And how this is going to work is you want to just, so first of all, just relax. Just simply relax. Observe your body and how your feet are feeling. Maybe wiggle your feet. Maybe wiggle your fingers. Like shake your shoulders. Stretch your jaw. Just whatever you got to do to fully just relax. And be aware of your body parts. Be aware of, are you wearing shoes? How does your shoes feel on your feet? Is it warm? Is it cold? Are they hard? Are they soft? Are you wearing a shirt or I don't know, a coat or a sweater? How does that feel? Is it warm? Is it hot? Is it smooth? Is it so become aware of your body and the sensations that you're experiencing right now. In your room, is it cold? Is it hot? Are you feeling open? Are you feeling observe also your feelings. How are you feeling? So observe your feelings. Now obviously don't be attached to them, but just actually acknowledge how you feel. Acknowledge that you're feeling, that you maybe had a long day, or maybe you had a really amazing day. And don't get lost on the memories, don't get lost on the thoughts, but observe the thoughts that come right after. Observe the thought that you're thinking, this feels good or this doesn't feel good. Just observe the thought and observe the emotion you get and observe the body that is here present. So as you start to peel back, kind of like you're starting to step back, you're stepping back, you're not so like involved in the experience of all these things, you're not so like lost in it. You actually start to peel back, you become aware of these things. So that's the first thing we're doing. We're going to just become aware of your physical body, the temperature, the sensations that you're feeling. Are you full? Did you just eat? Are you hungry? Did you just work out? Are you sore? Are you, relaxed? Did you just do some stretching? Whatever it is, just become aware of anything that's going on immediately right now. Are you thinking of the past? Are you thinking of the future? Be observing of those things. and become aware that that's what you're aware of. And that simple practice of you becoming aware that you're aware of these things, you realize that there's another experiencer, there's another you that can take itself apart from those things. And then you realize that, like, oh man, there is a greater awareness, there is a greater sense of being in this reality. So the exercise that we're actually going to do, that was actually one part of it, but the more important part of it is your breath. Become aware of your breath. So now that you've become aware of your thoughts, you become aware of your emotions, you're the observer of these things, you're not so like lost in them, you've peeled back, you stepped back, you detached from all that stuff, you're aware of these things, you're looking at all your senses and all your life from a bird's eye view now. You're not so like in it anymore. Now, as you become aware of all these things and you become aware of your body, and that's why I was asking for you to relax. So now that you become aware of your body, there is a natural breathing pattern in your body. There's a natural breathing flow. And you know, a lot of the times, because you're so caught up in the mind and in the mental capacities of, you know, doing a lot, you know, that the body and the mind are not synchronized. The body, the mind, and the emotions and the thoughts and everything are not synchronized. So what we're trying to do is synchronize it all so that it all becomes one. You embody it all together. You bring it all in together, and then you detach from it. So real quick, just as you've become aware of your body and all these things, allow yourself to now become aware of your breath. Now don't force it. Don't like, you know, we're not going to try to take breaths and try to, this is not what we're going to do. We're not going to do breathing exercises. Those are great, and, you know, those are good to do, but the point of this is to allow your breath to just be the breath. So step back. Become aware of your breath. Whenever it feels intuitive that it needs to take a deep breath and it needs to release, let it be. Let your body and your breath just happen. You will notice that your body goes into a natural rhythm. Let whatever, you know, tension happens in whatever part of your body, just, you know, shake it off. But always remain aware of your breath. Now, don't force taking a breath, or don't force exhaling. There is a natural rhythm already. You wouldn't be alive if this natural rhythm wasn't taking place. It's just a lot of the times we're not aware of it. Don't try to breathe. Just let your breath happen. When it needs to exhale for however long your air needs to come out, and when you need to breathe, however deep your breath needs to be. And don't worry if your breath is shallow right now, or if it's not in a right rhythm or sequence. Remember, a lot of the times we walk with our emotions high and we're lost in them. We're living in this world very engulfed in our minds and in our thoughts. very attached to our physical body and all the tasks. So what we're doing is none of that is even existing. None of that is even in your field of perception. It's not even, you could even say it's not even real anymore. What's real is you and your breath right now. Where attention goes, energy flows. And that's what you create, because you are creating that experience. You are creating it by observing it. So we're trying to create life. We're trying to create love, and you're trying to create peace. But we're not going to create it and manifest it by doing love and doing these things. We're just going to allow them to be present by you allowing yourself to see these things. And once you see them without you needing to see them, then they start to manifest. So as I'm talking, continue to just observe your breath. You will see that all your attention, it just by default, and it's like unavoidable and inevitable that when you become aware of your breath, your focus goes into one point, and it's to this moment, to this now, to this observation, this pure consciousness that's just here, present. And every time I say heaven on earth is already here, fear is not real, hate is not real. Sure, they can exist when, people give them attention to. But if you're not giving it any attention, your energy is not flowing there, so you're not creating that. You're not experiencing that. So therefore, you're experiencing a heavenly experience. You're experiencing a loving experience, a peaceful experience, because you yourself are only aware of the pureness that is remaining, the pure awareness that is, and it's not being manipulated in any other way. It's not being swayed in any other way. It's not being tempted in any other way. It's not being, distracted. So continue to just breathe. And when I say breathe, I don't mean for you to breathe. I mean continue to be aware of your breath. And let your presence just remain. And yes, your thoughts are going to want to come back in. Your emotions are going to be like, this is boring, this is this. But this is the most beneficial thing. This is what's going to liberate you. This is the truth. This is it. You remain here and you liberate yourself from everything, from all suffering. There's nowhere else better to be than to be here. For you to be you, your true self, your pure self, right here, right now. Not tomorrow, not later. You don't need to work on yourself no more. Yourself doesn't need any work. Yourself just is. It's already powerful. It's already magical. It's already has all the tools in your life. You already have everything within you. You are omnipresent, divine. You are created in God's image, in whatever faith you believe. So continue to remain present in your breath. Continue to allow your breath to come in when it needs to come in, and to go when it needs to go. Continue to allow everything that is natural to be. This is it. This is your greatest moment. This is it. This is your greatest accomplishment, to remain here. And no matter how alluring the thought and the mind comes at you, the ego to want to be something or want to do something, it's going to sell you. It's going to try to manipulate you. It's going to give you like, the ego's going to want to feel so good that like, oh my God, I became a musician. I became an artist. I became a spiritual guru teacher. Oh my God, it's going to want to have all these ideas and feelings, and you're going to picture how everybody's going to love you and everybody's going to, congratulate you. And that's just the mind selling you. It's the mind selling you happiness in the future by keeping you there. And it's the way the ego subtly gets us. It's how we lose ourselves to that. That's the temptation that was in the Bible and in every book. So remain here, remain in your breath. And as you continue to remain in your breath, you are strengthening being here stronger. Now it's not so hard. Now it's not so hard for you to be aware of just your breath. Now it's not so hard for you to like see the thoughts and push them away or just become aware of them. Now it's not so hard for you to like not get lost in your emotions and your thoughts and identify with the body. Now it's not so hard for you to just be free and to like intuitively and to spontaneously live. It's not so hard. Just continue to remain in your breath right here, right now. And even after I end this video, continue to remain in your breath right now. I wish I couldn't end these videos. But the truth is, well, we couldn't all just be here. I'd rather be in person with, my family, with you guys. So continue to remain in your breath. And you don't need to breathe. You don't need to exhale. You just need to allow yourself to breathe and allow yourself to exhale, and you remain present and aware of it. And you notice your body starts to relax. You start to feel lighter. You start to feel more smooth. You start to see how like all of a sudden your body starts to buzz. You start to like get in a buzzing vibration. And as you elevate your physical energy, your higher awareness is able to ground easier. It's able to remain present easier. It's more at ease. And then guess what? The magic happens. All diseases go away as well, because now you're not creating blockages. Now you're not creating. So it is all connected. The spiritual path is not just for spiritual, monks and people that like want to be in a relationship with a religion. It is actually the practical, smart thing to do. It is actually the practical, healthy thing to do. It is the most practical thing you can do in your life. It is the smart thing to do. It is the obvious thing to do. It is what gives you life. Like, why are we running away from life? Why? And then later we complain about how life is not, so great. It's this is a funny episode of our uh incarnation. This is like the real uh you know real episode of life. And then it all becomes just a joke in a good way. It all just becomes, you know, like not that serious. You realize life is not that serious. You realize that um life is too short, and you allow yourself to live. You allow yourself to not focus on that collective thoughts of everybody. You can just remain present, and sure, you can still communicate with people. Sure, you can still like have a connection with people, but at least you'll be able to do it from a space that you are being you. And you will feed that to other people. People will love that in you. So continue to remain in your breath. And that is that simple. It's that easy. And you will see how magical everything becomes, how easy everything just flows. And the real challenges are only in your mind, whatever the mind feeds you. So just observe those thoughts and know that they're just thoughts. They're not even real. It's just like a movie. Like, when you watch a movie, you don't believe that what's happening in a movie is real. It's just a movie. And you turn it off when it's over. There's credits, and that was it. You could watch another movie. Continue to remain in your breath. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. I hope this has been very, very beneficial to you. I hope this has been something that has cleared a lot in your experience and has brought a lot of value to your experience. Because if you are continuing to remain in your breath and you got the benefit of what this video was about, then congratulations. You've ascended. You are not stuck in that, grimy, muddy experience of suffering and all that stuff. Now you are free. And all the other stuff you need to do it from this space. All the other like mundane stuff that you still need to take care of, like having a job and having to like do all the other stuff, do it from this space, this awareness, this space of being present. Show up to these places and these things that you might need to do still from the space of your breath. Show up breathing. I love you guys again. Namaste. Amitabha. Peace always be with you. I love you guys so much. Let's celebrate. Live your best life. Do it all. And yeah, I wish I could hug you guys all. Namaste. Blessings. Om.